Hey y'all, welcome back to the Lips Reaction channel. I'm Lips, and today we continue our House of the Dragon journey with episode 8 of season 1, and this episode is titled The Lord of the Tides. I think last episode was my favorite episode of this season so far, with episode 6 being my second favorite at the moment. So I have probably unfair high hopes for episode 8, but I also am kind of feeling like episodes 8, 9, and 10 will be phenomenal. So let's see how this goes. If you want the full length reaction to this episode, any other episode, or the movies you see here on this channel and more, head on over into Patreon. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the reaction.
It's been near 6 years since I last saw my lord husband, Maester.
6 years?
Will he live?
He led his sailors into an ambush. In the fighting, his neck was slashed by a courser's dagger. Ship's maester said he burns from within.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I love my brother. But we must be honest with ourselves. We may greet his ship to find him gone. And who will take the Driftwood Throne?
My grandmother seems quite comfortable here.
Oh! Hell yeah.
The husband. On his death, the seat passes.
To Lucerys Velaryon, as is my lord husband's desire.
I am the sea snake's own blood.
Be careful, good brother. None can take your words for treason.
Yeah. That's full on. That's definitely treason. She's just giving him a light warning.
Driftmark is mine, by all rights. And while I should like your support, I do not need it.
That... At what point do you just go... Treason?
The crown has good reason to take my side.
Treason's just treason until someone has enough people on their side. This is just so fucking dumb. Just stop fucking saying things are treason. Let's just abolish treason, because no one gives a fuck about it. What in the frick is this? Oh, dragon eggs. Oh, they're pregnant.
Siraxtromunia lilarmadas. Hariadroma. Hariadroma.
3 eggs.
Conquering his sister's sail. Great arm.
There is someone's son. Could have come back for this throne.
I don't expect you to learn High Valyrian in a day, Jace.
A king should honor the traditions of his forebears.
Well, unless you're planning to depose your own mother, you have plenty of time to study. He means to call into question Luke's legitimacy. Rhaenyra's flames a court. Surely she cannot be planning to back him.
No. Whatever disagreements we may have had, she's not cruel.
Disagreements? She believes we had her son killed so that we might marry.
Yes. Has the viper's venom spread so far?
Those vipers rule in my father's name. And my father...
What about him? How does he feel about everything?
To King's Landing, then.
I would say it's nice to be home, but I scarcely recognize it.
The 7-pointed star. Oh, interesting. Was that not in place before?
The Septons have requested half that again for a bronze bust they recommend.
Thank you for that exhaustive accounting, Lord Beesbury.
Wow. Well, Alicent and her father are high in command. Where's Viserys?
Your guests have arrived, Your Grace.
I trust they've been welcomed as befits their station.
As you instructed, Lord Hound.
My understanding, Lord Corlys wished for his grandson, Lucerys, to succeed him as Lord of the Tides.
The Sea Snake has never formally named him as heir, if it comes to that.
We shall hear Princess Rhaenyra's petition along with those of the other claimants on the morrow.
Oh, she is full on leading things.
Your Grace, a matter has arisen that requires your attention.
Whatever it is, Sir Eric, you need to wait.
It's about the prince.
What happened to Sir Christian? Oh. Cobwebs. I mean, he was quite sick at the end of last episode, so 6 years later?
Father?
Oh, he's in bad shape. So, a king can never be, like, kicked off his throne until he dies, huh?
The sea snake has taken a grave wound in battle in the Stepstones.
When? You won that 4 years ago.
Oh, buddy.
I left him to not. See to all that business now.
Wow.
You want to affirm your position for Lucerys.
We knew that, but that's crazy.
Father, there's someone we wish to introduce you to.
Wait, they already have a baby?
This is Aegon. And this is Viserys.
I brought her here immediately. She's seen no one else, you guys.
I understand you found yourself in some trouble.
Poor girl.
I was fetching the printed wine and I put it on his table. I asked him to stop, you guys.
Her son? Which one? Please do right by her, Alicent.
I know it wasn't your fault. I believe you.
You do?
You do?
But what I worry about is what others might believe. You were alone with the prince, were you not?
I haven't told anyone.
You told Sir Eric and Talia and now me. And though I believe you were not to blame, others might not be so trusting.
Oh!
I wasn't dreaming or anything another one to anyone. You guys.
I know you won't.
What are you gonna do?
For your troubles.
You gonna pay her to go away?
The tea, you guys.
It's best to be certain.
Poor girl. She was cold about that. I want to give her the benefit of doubt that, like, she really truly does care, because there are people who would think the worst of this poor girl, but are her true motives to
get up?
Protect
Aegon!
Her son? Oh.
Get up!
Okay. I didn't need to see his butt.
She didn't need to go get upset about it.
Think of the shame on your wife. On me.
He has a wife?
Carrying on like this, especially on a day like today.
Why? What is it today?
Ooh!
You are no son of mine.
Whoa.
I did not ask for this. And I try so hard, but it will never be enough for you or father.
Have you seen Dyana? She's supposed to dress the children.
I'm not gonna feel bad for him right now. Oh, his wife is her freaking daughter.
Princess Rhaenyra and Prince Daemon.
You know what? They are a good power couple.
Who are granted the joy of your presence.
Ooh, not the scar on her wrist.
They're not long enough to merit a greeting upon our arrival.
Ooh.
What can either of us know of ruling a kingdom?
A welcome befit of their status.
My father and I are mere stewards of the king's will and wisdom.
Right.
I'd be surprised if he could remember his own name, or if you could.
King Viserys' condition has worsened since you saw him last. Advice of the maesters.
Oh, the maesters addled on milk of the poppy while the High Towers warm his throne.
Wow.
An act of the purest mercy, but tell me.
Purist.
For the king's suffering, did the maesters also
How
prescribe?
did Alicent become so nasty?
And on the morrow, which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That would be mine.
Oh, of course. So you and your father.
No one would question me being heir to Driftmark if I look more like Sir Rhaenyra of Velaryon and Sir Harwin Strong.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, Sir Christian? wow, and Damon.
You're winning tourneys in no time.
I don't give a shit about tourneys. Nephews, have you come to train?
Oh. No, thank you. Ooh. Sorry, that was a good entrance.
I wondered for many an hour what your purpose was in coming here. But then I realized you intend to advocate for yourself.
And as she should. Oh, that is a cold stare.
It is a trap.
Oh.
Set by the Queen in the Hand, I'd wager, to proclaim my son illegitimate.
Yet you did worse than that with Rhaenyra.
Ooh.
I did not order his death.
In fact, he's still alive.
I'll make you an offer.
Oh. Oh, she's wearing the necklace again.
Back Luke's claim, and let us betroth Rhaenyra's children to mine.
Whoa.
A generous offer.
That is.
Or a desperate one.
Ooh. Ooh.
You can bargain with me all you like. Bring my granddaughter with you to soften my resolve. But tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow. They force you to your knees. And I must stand alone.
And we're just gonna let them? Because she thinks she killed her son.
The Song of Ice and Fire, do you believe it to be true? You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe.
Oh.
By naming me heir, you divided the realm.
Oh, wow. She's crying. What is she thinking about doing? Killing Alicent? It sounds kind of like a good idea.
I thought I wanted it.
You don't want it anymore?
But the burden is a heavy one. It's too heavy. If you wish me to bear it, then defend me and my children.
He's too far gone, which is exactly what the High Towers want.
I want to have supper, Otto. The whole of my family are gathered at the Red Keep.
Yikes.
Bring milk of the poppy.
No. Say no, Viserys. Stay aware for today. Let's go. Not today, buddy.
We gather here with the grim task of dealing with the succession of Driftmark.
The true, unimpeachable blood of House Velaryon runs through my veins.
As it does in my sons, the offspring of Rhaenyra Velaryon. And for your own ambition.
You'll have chance to make your own petition, Princess Rhaenyra.
Yikes.
What do you know of Velaryon blood, Princess? I could cut my veins and show it to you, and you still wouldn't recognize it.
Yikes.
If I am to grace this fast with some answer, I will start by reminding the court that nearly 20 years ago in this very...
Uh-oh. Oh, it's Viserys.
Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and protector of the realm.
And he did not. Ooh, the fear in their eyes. They know they're not about to get what they want. He is going to sit on that throne and defend his daughter. And he said no to that milk of the poppy. Oh, wow. They were all working together. That tells me everything. Wow. Interesting that he seems to have lost an eye and he wears like half a mask.
I will sit the throne today.
Hell yeah. Oh, his crown fell off.
I said I'm fine.
That's symbolic. Oh, Damon's offering to help. Oh. Let's go. Let's go. And he put, oh. Him putting the crown back on Viserys is huge symbolically. Okay, the Daemon fan, I see you.
I do not understand why petitions are being heard over a settled succession. Who might offer
keener insight into Lord Corlys's wishes is the Princess Rhaenys.
Uh-oh. Well, yikes.
Indeed, Your Grace.
And she is not on our side. Well, by our side, I mean Rhaenyra's side.
It was ever my husband's will that Driftmark pass through Selenor to his true-born son, Lucerys Velaryon.
Oh, wow.
As a matter of fact, the Princess Rhaenyra has just informed me of her desire to marry her sons Jace and Luke to Lord Corlys's granddaughters.
Whoa.
A proposal to which I heartily agree.
Whoa. I thought she was going to stab us in the back.
I hereby reaffirm Prince Lucerys of House Velaryon is heir to Driftmark.
You break law to install your daughter as heir. Yet you dare tell me who deserves to inherit the name Velaryon.
Bold.
Allow it.
Not
Do
really
not
for
forget
him to
yourself,
allow.
Raymond.
I understand. I fully.
That is no true Velaryon.
Oh.
No nephew of mine.
Good Your Chambers, you have said enough.
Yikes. That is treason on treason.
You no more than the second son of Driftmark.
Oh.
My house survived the doom, and 1,000 tribulations besides. And God's be damned.
He truly does have such a right to that throne and that reign.
Count of this.
Oh.
Say it.
Uh-oh. He can't say the B word.
Her children are bastards!
Oh, he said it. No, he said it.
Is a whore.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Viserys ain't gonna have any of that.
But have your tongue for that.
Yes! Oh!
He can keep his tongue.
Oh!
Disarm him!
Many.
Well, he loves her. That's so cute. Oh, I'm gonna be their #1 fan in the terms of love.
I will not close my mind.
Oh, now Alicent is a loving, adoring, caring wife? You must put things right. It's your own wife that's been adding chaos to things that don't need chaos added. And your hand. You foolish, foolish man. Yikes. Vaemond was not wrong. Look, I don't want anyone to get it twisted. Like, Vaemond was fully and wholeheartedly right, but in the court of Westeros, the laws of this land. Also, did Daemon get the cut on that head so perfectly well that his tongue fell out? It was still fully there?
You may wish to leave the Silent Sisters to their work.
Was this her
It is ill luck
plan?
to look upon the face of death.
Ill luck to look upon the face of death?
The stranger has visited me more times than I can count, Grand Maester.
2 kids. Fair.
He cares little whether my eyes are open or closed.
She's a cold, hard baddie.
How good it is to see you all tonight. Together.
May the Mother smile down on this gathering with love. And to Vaemond Velaryon, may the gods give him rest.
Sorry, Daemon. You did do that very publicly and very gruesomely.
My grandsons, Jace and Luke, will marry their cousins, Baela and Rhaenyra. A toast to the young princes and their betrothed.
Well done, Jace. You'll finally get to lie with a woman.
That's fucked up. Why are fucking Alicent's kids such Losers. That was kind.
Do you know how the act is done? I assume.
Shut up.
Where to put your cock and all that.
Let it be, cousin.
You can play the gesture if you wish, but hold your tongue before my betrothed.
Oh. Hold your tongue before my betrothed. Raised well, that kid. Raised better than Alicent's kids.
It both gladdens my heart and fills me with sorrow to see these faces.
Sorrow?
Yet grown so distant from each other
Well,
in years past.
Rhaenyra was right. Naming her heir really did divide people. Hi. Oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean to emphasize the I so hard.
He's no longer a handsome one. If indeed it ever was.
Oh, his cheek.
But tonight, I wish you to see me.
That's
just a king.
Fine, but you are like on death's doorstep.
Your brother, your husband, and your grandsire.
Oh, he just wants to be seen.
The crown cannot stand strong if the House of the Dragon remains divided. But set aside your grievances.
There is really only one lineage path that divides the house. It's Alicent and everything she birthed into this.
I wish to raise my cup to Her Grace the Queen.
Okay, bigger person. We're trying.
But I must admit that no one has stood more loyally by his side than his good wife.
By his side,
She has
yes.
tended to
She's also
him
been
with
silencing him.
Unfailing devotion, love, and honor.
There's truth in some of that.
In my apology.
Wouldn't say all of that. But not emphasize honor with Alicent. I respect it. She wants that power. Her and her daughter working together wouldn't emphasize honor.
We're both mothers. And we love our children.
She is motivated heavily by her children.
I raise my cup to you and to your house.
Hey, Alicent. I didn't see that coming from her.
You will make a fine queen.
Wow.
But if you ever wish to know what it is to be well satisfied, all you have to do is ask.
Wow.
Jace.
You know what? I want to see Jace. Jace, stand up for yourself. Stand up for your betrothed.
To Prince Aegon and Prince Aemond.
Good save, good save.
And as men, I hope we may yet be friends and allies. To you and your family's good health, dear uncles.
The dearest of uncles. Oh.
To you as well.
Actually, you know what? Biting the bullet there was better revenge than succumbing.
Beneath the lords.
Well done, my boy.
I would like to toast Baela and Rhaenyra. They'll be married soon. It isn't so bad. Mostly he just ignores you.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Why not try to dance with your betrothed first? It's a bold move. Oh. A little bit of joy for the last dinner he has with everyone. Get that man his milk of the puppy. His work is done here. Oof. The revenge. It's like he's looking at us through that eye patch. Oh my god. Do you want to flay him like a pig?
Final tribute.
to the health of my nephews.
Uh-uh.
Let us drain our cups to these 3 strong boys.
I dare you to say that again.
Why? It was only a compliment. Do you not think yourself strong?
Ooh. Oh! Ah! Oh, they're gonna get an eye.
Why would you say such a thing before these people?
I was merely expressing how proud I am of my family, Mother. Though it seems my nephews aren't quite as proud of theirs.
Wait! Excuse me? Oh, okay, Daddy. Okay. Damon is kind of...
Rhaenyra.
It's best, I think, if we go back to Dragonstone.
Yeah, it's best for sure. Oh, now you want to be besties?
Let me see the children home. I'll, return on Dragonback.
The king and I would both like that.
I do think Rhaenyra reminds Alicent of simpler times. Or perhaps I want to give her a lot of credit. I think she's a woman who was forced into or put into, even knowingly put into a position. And I'm sorry, wait, is Damon gonna go see his old fling? No. Damon.
It's been quite a night at the castle, Sims.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh. Wait, who the hell is this? Okay, Damon's not walking out on Rhaenyra. Okay. Above it all, there just really is, to continue my thoughts on Alicent, there is this like goodness in her. I think she has her own motivations, yeah, but I do not think she's outright bitter, cold, and evil.
What do you want it to do? If I believe it to be true.
Believe what to be true, my king?
Viserys. I don't think you should trust her like that.
Aegon.
Our son.
His dream. The Song of Ice. And fire.
Not your son.
I don't understand Viserys.
The prince.
Prince Aegon.
Not your
Came
son.
like the realm. You are the one. You must do this.
Yikes. He doesn't know who he's talking to, though. He thinks he's talking to Rhaenyra. Does she know about Aegon? Rhaenyra's Aegon?
I understand, my king.
But she doesn't. Well, that's gonna embolden her. The dagger. The Aegon dagger.
My love.
My love. He died. I'm gonna take that to mean that the first thing he saw is with his, like, the last thing he saw was Emma. That made me emotional. Oh god, what a different life it would have been if Emma had survived. Of course, obviously, everything. I feel like everything that happens is just this catalyst of 5 million different things. So, of course, that's also just how life works, huh? That does worry me, though, because that's Rhaenyra who is talking to him about Aegon's Song of Ice and Fire. Ice and Fire? Fire and Blood? Not Alicent. Yeah, so that worries me. It's like Alicent is very susceptible to... easily swayed, and I want to give her the credit that I think she's swayed from a place of vulnerability and love. She loves her father. I think she did care for Viserys. I don't really think that she was or is this like always manipulative, leading, evil person. I think there's a lot of depth to her. I think she loves her children dearly, and we saw this change in her when it came to the thought of your children will be the ones that suffer when Viserys dies. So for all intents and purposes, though, her kids are strong. They're brats. They're annoying, twiddly brats that are insufferable. And it is interesting because I've said for a few episodes now, like, I attribute that to this like safetiness that I would imagine comes from this more time of peace. Because Joffrey was horrendous in a lot of ways, and you could say he had his brat tendencies, but they weren't like, it wasn't like child bratty. Tommen was never a brat, you know. I think you could say that for a little bit Sansa was kind of bratty, but she learned when the world went harsh on her, and she had to grow up quick. But yeah, Alicent's kids are just brats. I mean, aside from her daughter, who like really gets this shit into the stick, and it's really quite sad, to be honest. They just stand by and let her live like that. For what? No one really cares about the daughters in this land, which is a huge like theme and a huge like storyline that continues on throughout the world of Westeros for so long, and it's portrayed in such beautifully horrific and such sad ways as we watch this show. Something that could definitely be studied. I'm sure somewhere on YouTube there's a video essay about the cruelty of just throwing women to the wayside. But we also get some really strong women in this world, and so it's interesting that some are just cast aside like that. I think Rhaenyra's kids are sweet and soft and kind and humble. And they've been through such tragedy. Like, they know that they're bastards. The man who everyone believes to be their father is in their minds dead. I think that the two older boys at least were impressionable enough when their father died that, not their birth father, I mean, I guess they both died around the same time, but like when their father by name died, that, to their knowledge, and then their mom immediately gets remarried. Like, we know Rhaenyra didn't kill her husband, but like we can't blame anyone who believes it or even thinks it. But also, like, here's the thing, because if you watch my Game of Thrones reactions, I think you'll get this. Like, there's nothing wrong with a truly villainous or just like downright bad character. Okay, like if they are just like downright bad too, I almost have like more respect for them than if they're like kind of wishy-washy. Because I'm still not necessarily of the mindset where I fully believe that Daemon is morally gray. My assumption is that is an opinion that you come to when you've seen the show in its entirety at this point, and something that you like. Well, and I guess if that's how like George R.R. Martin wrote him, right? And you layer that on, but like perception of the show is that he definitely, if he's leaning anywhere, like just from what I know from the show, it would be more on the evil side, but like close to morally gray. But even so, I don't dislike him. Thinking someone could be a bad character doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I hate them, they're the worst, they don't deserve to be in this world. Like, it's just an appreciation, like, it's just an understanding of where they're at this moment in terms of how this story is unfolding their character. And I think that's an important distinction. And I urge everyone to be a little more, like, be pretty cautious when you imprint your expectations of a character onto me, because no matter what, how I'm perceiving them, that can change. Like, I'm allowed, even if he's written in a wrong way and I'm just like picking up on clues wrong, it's allowed to be wrong. And my come to of being like, yeah, actually, you know what, was kind of wrong towards Daemon, because now I feel like I'm in this place where I have to like always over justify how I feel about Daemon instead of being like just like letting the story unfold and like my opinion changing on him over time. But that's just kind of a tangent. I love the conversations that we have, but that one sticks out to me the most as one that I'm like, okay, but I don't know, do I think of him that way because that's how I would really feel, or just because I've been told that's how George R.R. Martin wrote him to be. I'm nervous for the last 2 episodes because Viserys dying is huge, and I wouldn't necessarily say in a good way. That seems like pretty like the opening of a door that's going to go down a really windy road of torment for a lot of people, and that makes me really nervous. I want to know, did they introduce everyone else to the 2 kids that Daemon and Rhaenyra have? Because that seemed like they only introduced them to Viserys, which interesting if so. It is kind of interesting though. Obviously Viserys is undoubtedly in a lot of pain, very, very sick. I've thought he was gonna die like episodes ago, and this is 6 years at least since the last episode. So the fact that he was still alive is mind-boggling. I'm assuming that he just died there at the end, and if that's the case, like, that's gonna be a lot of things are about to go really wrong really fast. I think Rhaenyra still being in King's Landing is, I mean, I guess now she steps into queen, right? But all that to say, they were giving Viserys all this milk of the poppy and kind of like numbing him and not allowing him any say, or not really explaining things to him. And he trusted Otto and Alicent so much that I don't think he ever really questioned that they could be manipulating him. It is interesting that Hand of the King went back to Otto in the end. Like, I wish I would have understood that decision more, because that's making that decision obviously allows Alicent to be this really like a lot stronger of a presence and like have a stronger voice, where if he wasn't there, I don't think she would be sitting at that table. I really don't. But she weaseled her way in, and I can respect it. I really can. I think Alicent is like, will probably be one of my favorite characters. Her character journey so far has been one of my favorites, though it's a pretty jarring character journey. So is Rhaenyra's, though. Everything that I would have thought about them at the beginning, like, is just not true about them. But like, they've grown into like beautifully strong-willed, good character, not like good in their motives, but like good character writing there. We're still getting to know them, even though it's just been so much time has passed since the first episode. But again, I think like each episode and the length in between each episode is incredibly jarring. It's a very interesting experience. Obviously, it makes sense for the way this story is told, but it does take away from a little bit of the immersion of each episode. Whereas, like, I think in Game of Thrones, it kind of felt like I was along for the entire journey. Like, I was in it. Like, I was there. If we were in battle, I was in battle. If we were in a conversation, if, like, Jon and Sansa were in a conversation, I was in a conversation with them. I was just silently sitting there in the room. Whereas this is definitely more like I'm more pulled out of it, which is fine. Just a different experience. So, yeah, that's a lot of rambling for this episode. But this is episode 8. So we only have 2 more episodes of this show for season 1, which is great. I can't wait to see them. I'm so nervous to see how this season ends. But thank you for joining me on this journey, wherever you are in the world. If you want full-length reactions to this or any other episode you see here on Patreon, or any other episode you see here, head on over to Patreon. Otherwise, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And I will see you in episode 9.